Sweat Equity Podcast, entrepreneurial advice with real, raw dog talk. No, nothing. Okay, we're raw dog in the soundboard on this one.
Some people say you shouldn't give attention to these situations.
Some people, okay. Am I getting producer notes in the intro? Listen to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. This episode is sponsored to you by Squarespace. Drag and drop drag and drop website builder, content management system.
They do email marketing.
They have a bunch of integrations now, including Google Search Console, Google Analytics, all the pixel tracking stuff you want to do, and their own email system, which I think you can get started for free on there. Squarespace, easily my favorite content management system. Fuck WordPress, fuck Weebly,
Ayo.
fuck Wix.
Yeah.
Hold my dick, Joomla. Yeah, if you're not making a website, a non-e-commerce website, you can do e-commerce on Squarespace.
Yeah.
But anything that's not e-commerce, you should be going over to Squarespace. Hit the link in the description of this episode for a little discount. Holler if you hear me. Who loves you? We do. We're hooking you up. Mm-hmm. That's right. We got Pineapple Jack Tompkins from the Pineapple Consulting firm talking data for small businesses.
Data and swinging.
How to start it, how to use it, how to get to the next level. Let's get it going. Howdy dowdy.
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity. Sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, nice setup.
We see that. We see a book that's near and dear to our hearts right there.
Oh, already? Which one?
The Traction book.
Yep. I
have
have not read it yet.
I also have a pile of business books I haven't read yet.
It's really just for show.
Well, my kids are starting.
I've never seen that book in my life.
Oh, what was the other scaling book we were talking about?
Scaling up?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I read both of those kind of at the same time. I'm a little confused. I thought that was the one we were reading.
Really hit home for you, huh?
Well, Scaling Up is a great book, but it was like...
It's like a textbook.
It was, it felt like a college textbook after a while. Like, you're like, this is really good information, but if I'm not being quizzed on this, I don't know. Why don't we put the book talk aside and let you do your plugs? Where can people find you? If you want to do the elevator pitch of your company, that's also welcome.
Sure. No huge plugs, but website's the big one. pineapplecf.com. Examples, ways to contact me, all stuff in there. Elevator pitch, my short version is just helping small businesses be more data-driven. And that's the whole goal, from simple Excel tools to automated web-based dashboards, everything in between.
Well, we're kind of nerd excited.
Oh, you're talking my language, buddy. I did that all day today.
We've been all up
Nice.
in this. I mean, for the last few years, it's been reporting has been a big chunk of frustration and time. Before we'll table that for a second. I want to hear about your life. What's your story? Where'd you grow up? What'd your parents do? When did you have your first kiss? I don't know.
These questions. You never ask these questions. What's happening?
Is this scripted?
Yeah, as scripted as me not preparing and improv in my head.
That's my favorite kind of script.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, so I grew up in Connecticut, which is not very exciting. I used to do some recruiting for the old corporation that I worked for, and the biggest draw we had was, hey, like, come work in Connecticut so you can leave to go to New York and Boston on the weekends. And that was our whole big thing in Connecticut.
Yeah,
so
that's not a great
Connecticut.
sell.
We're close to stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've heard Connecticut is one of the weirder states in the country because it is a lot of people like that. And then there's like, you got a couple of town cities.
Great women's basketball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hartford,
that powerhouse
the
that
whale?
everybody's watching. What's that?
Hartford, the whale. When didn't they have the Whalers at one point?
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the Carolina Hurricane now, and I'm actually in Charlotte, North Carolina now. I moved down here.
Yeah. So, take us from Connecticut to where you are now.
So
Queen
Connecticut
City?
actually went to UConn as well. Queen City now. Yep. Born, raised, went to school, worked all in Connecticut. Corporate stuff. Didn't like Connecticut eventually. Figured that out. After 25 years, I was like, all right, that's enough for me. And then moved down to Charlotte, more for fun than for anything. Had one friend down here. Said, all right, screw it, let's give it a shot. And been down here for about 3.5 years. Absolutely love it. Run my business full time for 2 years of that. Charlotte's a great small business environment. So it's been fantastic.
So you're a pretty young kid. You're not a kid. Pretty young.
You could say that. You're old now.
I just turned 38. Yeah. It doesn't feel good. How old are you? I'm trying to deduce this whole.
By asking directly.
Yeah. It's a bold deduction strategy. I'm 28.
Yeah. No, it's great. I think that's when I started my company. Maybe a little bit later, but that's a good time to do it. So, grew up in Connecticut, family, parents, siblings, anything? We want to get to know you. It'll help tell the story of everything else. Perfect.
No, I like it. Yeah, dad, both parents retired. Dad was a pilot. Mom was a teacher, a few different capacities, mostly special ed. Brother was in the Marines, recently got out of that, now working with a Marine buddy in kind of a startup as well, actually. He's 3 years older, so when we overlapped both in high school and college, he went to UConn as well for a year at a time. So it was kind of cool in college because I immediately had a beer hookup my freshman year, which was fun.
Nice.
But then he left, so I had to make my own.
Yeah.
Make your own beer or make your own hookup?
No, well, that would have been cooler, but make my own connections.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So I can now get kind of that pilot vibe, the military-ish pilot kind of thing going on with you. Is that something?
Or was your dad a military pilot though?
He was not.
No.
FedEx.
You're a bad listener.
I said with a comma. I was saying.
No, you didn't. You didn't say
pilot.
comma.
Military.
I got it.
Well, his brother. Yeah. Okay. I'm actively listening.
Yeah.
Just don't. And how dare you wear a Tampa Bay Lightning shirt after we lost?
Respect, man. I was
gonna say I respect that. Especially after. They've had a hell of a run. Are you guys in Florida?
We're in Tampa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Next to New Haven, Connecticut, the indexed city of America. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little fun fact I got pulled out of my ass.
Wow.
The closest demographics to the United States is New Haven, technically, but it's such a small town that you use Tampa. That's why all the franchises they start here a lot of the time as test grounds. Because it's as close as you're going to get to the population demo.
Gotcha. That's interesting. I did not know. That is kind of a fun fact, and that's about the funnest fact about Connecticut.
That is New Haven, where Yale is, I think. It's
women's basketball
and
and women playing basketball.
And you drive through to get from New York to Boston.
It's close to stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. So was it a no man's land? Was Connecticut growing up there? Is that just kind of? You probably don't know it growing up wherever you are. You know, a lot of people, like a lot of my friends are like, we didn't know we were poor. We just ate sugar sandwiches, kind of thing. Like,
right. Yeah, it just kind of was what it was. Like, also sugar sandwich sounds pretty gross. I did have a roommate in college who had his sandwich was bread, mayo, hot sauce, bread.
I hate
two of those a day.
I hate that.
Why?
Complete psychopath.
Yeah, because he's gonna leave it out. That's for sure. Like, just that hot mayonnaise. That was my and1 nickname, Hot Mayo.
Yeah. He's not finishing that sandwich, so yeah, you're probably right.
Right.
That's so great.
But you don't even want to eat. He's going to offer you one every now and again. You'll be like, dude, I told you, that's disgusting. So you guys are still BFFs?
Oh, God, no. He's actually a decent dude. He's not like in prison for killing anybody, which is shocking given his eating habits.
Okay.
But he's a decent dude. We don't talk very much, but he's an all right guy.
Okay, that's the qualifier for all right guy. He's not in prison. All right, so have you always had an interest in data, statistics, analytics? Has this always been a passion of yours?
Math has always been my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, total nerd from the start. Own it. Been wearing full-time glasses since 5th grade. I was like, all right, yep, let's go 2 feet into it.
Math isn't everything. I say, even people think it's not creative. You can be creative with it, but we want to bucket people on math side.
I thought you said math isn't everything, and I was like, it kind of is.
No, math is everything.
I know. Okay,
you remember when I was going cuckoo in our old office? I was like, I want some data visualization posters on the wall and shit because I thought I want a Sankey chart. You know what that is?
No.
Bishop Sankey, the running back. No, it's one of those flow charts that's for the one Tennessee Titans or Washington Huskies fan. But Sankey chart is that they have it in Google Analytics when you're looking at the flow of converting. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you didn't do a very good job describing it. You just described where it's at.
It's just like a flow chart, man. Just fucking. I just wanted to prove to everybody I knew what a Sankey chart was. Okay,
sorry, my bad.
It's almost funnily.
Use the code word.
Yes, which is why I'm all up in that. Mathlete. Love of data, anything outside of school that you're just passionate about growing up. Were you like, I run my rotisserie baseball league, all that stuff.
Nothing wrong
I used
with
to run
that.
a fantasy team. But,
Well, I mean, it is a statistics
For
game.
the record, Law is defending champion, and you talk about nerd shit.
No, but
Not doing so good this year, but
we still got a lot of ways to go. But fantasy sports is just a stats game.
Exactly.
And baseball's the best one of it.
Exactly.
Because you have a larger sample size, a lot to work with, you know.
You literally don't even have to pay attention to baseball. You just look at box scores.
Right.
I mean, if you go crazy with the analytics, you can get an upper hand.
I second screen the Rays games, but that's about it for baseball. I don't really watch highlights or any of that stuff. But
I never do.
You can just kind of take that. I had a Jamaican statistics teacher, so you can take the standard deviation of all that stuff.
Standard deviation.
It was so funny. No one thought it was funny. In Auburn, which is like the Middle East Alabama, there's a Jamaican. Just think of that. Have you heard of a Jamaican?
Why are you here?
Yeah. Well, I was like, how did you? I've never heard of Jamaican talk anything close to math, ever.
Right. Yeah. What was his
That's
story?
very Irie.
Now he sounds like Chet Hanks. So were you? Did you have like passions outside of school in this kind of area? Was it a thing where you found yourself just poring over things online to look up? I don't know. I'm trying to build the story of you here.
To build the mythos.
I didn't have a lot outside of like school related stuff that was data. Like I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm a diehard Yankees fan.
Ugh, show's over.
I know. Gotta go.
I know. Yep. This was a fun one, guys.
Well, some guests don't get to go all the way. That's fine.
I watch pretty much every single game, and if I can't watch it, I'm listening to it or tracking on my phone, kind of thing.
Oh God, John Sterling.
Please tell me.
Yeah.
An A-bomb from Shoot Me in the Head if you say one more word, old man. Oh, he sucks.
He's getting towards the end. I'm not gonna lie.
I sure hope so.
But don't all announcers kind of sound that way?
No, he's the worst.
Oh,
he's
is
the cheesiest cheese dick of all cheesies.
I've always liked him, but again,
of course.
like what I grew up with, so like I never listened to Vin Scully or any of the other guys, but
Vin's great.
Vin Scully.
Vin's one of the best.
Yeah.
Right. Right. He's fantastic.
Musical voice.
The best is when they start getting older and stop giving a shit as much, so they'll say like a kind of a wild thing in the middle of just nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. They're just
I'm ready for a beer.
Old man style. That's where Vin Scully got to, yeah. And Al Michaels is right there.
Like veiled racism.
Oh, Al Michaels, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like racist comparisons of players. It's like,
so
you're
you
just saying that because they look alike.
You should be proud. You got probably a racist announcer ahead. But
exactly.
By our transitive
might start working.
property logic.
Might start listening.
So, so you started Pineapple Consulting Firm. Now we have a very important question about your brand.
Yes.
Why pineapple? And you got anybody watching on video? There's a couple of pineapples carefully placed in front of the paint. The
curtain background.
the curtain that you put up to paint.
American Psycho before.
Yeah.
for a nice clean white.
He's going to write a
background.
ransom note on it later.
No, the guy with the mayo sandwich is going to come on right on it.
So pineapples. Why pineapple?
So, a couple big things. One, so like I was talking about, moving down to the south, moving down to Charlotte, North Carolina. Southern hospitality is very much a thing. It was not in Connecticut. We had New England, I hate everybody thing. So I really wanted to embrace the Southern hospitality. Pineapple is a symbol of that. The other thing has always been a symbol for me is for like vacation. So my goal is to help clients enough so they can actually take a vacation and go have a pina colada on the beach out of a pineapple. So all together kind of went towards the pineapple, and it has taken on a life of its own. And honestly, there's a fair amount of people that know me as just Pineapple Jack and don't even know my last name. I'm okay with that.
That's a sick nickname.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to tell them or?
Well, I know from a previous client that had a pineapple in his logo that it means they're a real estate company. It means welcome. Now,
Yes.
because we're so mature, the first thing we both thought independently, which is
Swinging.
yes.
Yes. Okay, good. You're aware. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Because someone's had to have said it to you. Because like
All the time.
I can feel like a crusty old man be like, pineapple, eh?
It'll be
Right.
rebranding to flamingos in no time.
Yeah. You should just lay into it and then act like you don't know any of it. Just keep putting all the symbolism on there.
Sure,
I've
having
done
an
that a
open
couple
house.
times.
Come on by.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Pay attention to the sock on the
Southern
door.
hospitality.
So
So it's the upside down pineapple is the swinger, not the right side up. There's a small distinction there.
depends on perspective.
Right.
That's a good point.
Where
When you're
are you
looking at when
this?
you're looking at data, depends on your bias. You can make it happen anywhere. So if you had anybody
you
be
go.
creepy and be like, "Are you part of the lifestyle?"
I had one guy actually on a
Yes.
different podcast I was on.
Oh, on a
And
podcast.
he made the same comment. He goes, I forget the name of it honestly, but he goes, "Oh, like, did you know that's also a sign for swingers?" This is like in the pre-show, and I was like, "Yeah, like I've heard it, but it's the upside down pineapple." He goes, that's what I've been doing wrong." And then he
he's
went
been
on like he's like actively trying to swing,
Oh,
but he was doing it wrong because his pineapples are right side up. So he goes, "All right, and what do you think? Do you get good success with that?" I was like, "No, I haven't tried it. I'm not a swinger myself,
mean-
but you do you."
Did he have a female to bring to the table, or was it just some?
apparently you have to pay like 10 times the amount or something. Like, so what the deal is? I've only heard this from other comedians. Is
Hey,
you pay a certain amount if you go single because you don't want a dude fest. So they have to make it a vig so high that if you're coming solo, like
you're thinking of an orgy.
no.
Sounds orgy.
Where are you paying? Who are you paying?
Sounds orgy-esque, yes, but the swingers parties they can overlap. If we're doing a Venn diagram, a data visualization chart,
Nice.
there is something in the middle. Just don't fucking look at
You
me.
right now.
You know I love this stuff. Because I don't read very well. I like pictures and that tell a story. Anyway, apparently like the overlap is like an orgy is like it's kind of a free for all. Then you have a swinger party, which is like a key party,
Okay.
right? So they could still both be at a place to meet up
I'm just saying, why is there money being exchanged?
because to swing you would need a partner to bring. You need to bring a chick with you as a dude.
Yeah.
You need
All
a
right.
swinging partner.
So then they're like, but the people who host these things are like, well, there are some guys that, I guess
They bring a lot to the table.
They don't have that
they're
person,
like,
so
right?
they have to pay like hundreds of bucks to get in.
I just, you could be talking complete bullshit right now. I don't know.
I just told
This
you.
Sounds
I only know
stupid.
this
That's-
through comedians talking about it.
Oh, comedians told you this.
Well, I didn't research it. I'm not in the lifestyle like you used to be. We don't have to get into that.
Let's not get into that.
Well, that's a previous era.
Let's let people's minds wander.
Well,
It's a
There you
different Venn
go.
diagram to dive into later.
Right.
so yeah, no, that's real. And then they have like ambrosia salad and like a buffet and shit, which
Right.
I was like, I don't know what's grosser, eating that like unless if there's like a sterno, like that kind of style, like a sterno flame under like a.
There shouldn't be any food.
I agree, but
Yeah.
that one guy sitting out, or you can get pretty wiped out from all the relations, I guess.
I mean, Gatorade, sure.
Gatorade,
water
yeah.
stand, you
Liquid
know.
IV, yeah.
Also, I'm not going there to eat salad. Like that doesn't
Right.
really sound, of
Yeah.
all the food options.
Well, I was gonna say, what's grosser, the strip club buffet or that buffet?
Oof.
This is the stuff we talk about on the show. I don't know if you ever listened beforehand.
It's a tough question.
You know,
There's no right
There's
answer.
a lot of factors at play here.
Like
You
what?
know,
Pineapple Jack, you don't know, but you may not know Tampa is kind of like strip club city. So
strip
did
club
not know
capital of the world. We got more strip clubs than we do churches.
technically, Portland has more per square mile. I lost a bet on that. But Portland's smaller and not in Florida, and so
Right.
so we got all that stuff out of our system pretty much. I got it out by high school. I was like,
Yeah. My bachelor party was stupid.
right, you're like, this is boring.
First one.
It bums me out if I have to go to one
Yeah.
because you're just like, ugh.
See all your friends be creepy.
Yeah, and then
Come on.
yeah, and
That's
then
just like high school graduation in Tampa. That's like, all right.
I went my first
that
strip
normal?
club. I was 14.
Wow.
Seven
Seven
C's.
C's.
I had
That's everybody,
braces and like Umbros on. I couldn't have looked more. I had a cast on my arm. I couldn't have looked more like a kid.
Umbros.
Yeah.
At 14 in a strip club. How'd that go?
Well, it was one of the first jokes I told on stage.
Should have said it was very hard.
Very hard. It was very tumescent. When we put Swisher Sweets in so that we looked older.
In where?
We were smoking Swisher Sweets,
Oh.
which definitely makes you look pretty
Right.
distinguished.
Why y'all smoking them old lady cigarettes?
I walked in with my buddy who was 15 or 16, and I was the kid that had to buy beer for everybody because you're kind of an ugly looking dude. I was like kind of like a awkward looking high school kid.
Yeah.
So
Probably
you're-
had the head of a 21-year-old maybe.
I had like the same shit going on now, but as a high schooler. So it was like you kind of grow into it a little bit, when you get older sometimes. But yeah. And then first thing I saw right as I got in, pregnant lady in the shower.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't think this is for me. And then do you tip for two? That was one of the first jokes I had. All right. Back to you, Pineapple Jack.
I just got it.
Yep. It's pretty clever. Pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, 14-year-old wisdom is some of the funniest.
Yeah, and then that thing where you have to like not talk about what your friends did in there and like take that shit to the grave. I don't like doing that either. Like your friend,
Yeah, it's always tough.
We prefer to talk about it on a podcast.
your friend
Right.
was like,
Usually.
your friend wants to tell you a secret about cheating on his girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I don't want to. No, don't tell me any of this shit. I don't want.
Nope.
I don't want to know it. I like your girlfriend. I just go
We're having dinner this week.
go on BetterHelp, whatever. I don't know. Go talk to someone else. But I don't want to have to pretend like I don't know. You know.
Yeah. No, there's no winning there.
Yeah, this is how these interviews go. By the way, we're just
All
gonna
right.
we'll meander.
Yeah. No, yeah, that works for me.
First time in a strip club. What age? What do you got?
I was, I think, college or post college. So I mean, in Tampa standards, I'm like 100.
Well, yeah, we are.
for you.
We're not advanced in many things here,
Right.
but that
Stripping
for sure.
at a 11th grade level.
Yeah, I remember going to New Orleans in college with a bunch of people. They were like, "Let's go to strip clubs." I was just like, "I'm so bored." I was like,
I know.
this is like, and it bums me out. And they're like, "Yeah," like,
Yeah.
going bananas, which is the only funny thing going on. Like them losing their shit. Titties.
Yeah. Yeah, it's never been a super like I get it. Like, is it fun to be there to an extent? But it gets pretty boring pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Well, let's delve into a little data visualization, data-driven decisions. Data-driven decisions was like the key phrase 10 years ago, I feel like, in marketing. But what do you feel the biggest issues with reporting are? And I'm speaking in reporting sense. I'm sure you have other uses, yeah, for data visualization. But since we're all up in reporting, I assume that's a lot of what you're dealing with, right?
Yeah, very much so.
So what do you find the biggest issue is? I was trying to look up a few things earlier today, like the kind of like I've never really looked up. We never really asked why are we making this report. You and I tried to break this down when revamping reporting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always like, give that snapshot on the first page and then all the details behind it that they can look at. It needs to be like a doctor's vitals chart, you know? How do you see, like, who are you working with, I guess, is most important.
Yeah. So the small businesses anywhere from, I have a few solopreneurs. I've got 250 employees, kind of everybody in between. Sweet spots like 30 to 40 employees. But most of the stuff I do reporting wise is very much actually that exact example. It's doing the health check, right? So page 1, give me all the high level metrics. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this one's good, bad, good, good, good. Let's focus on the bad one. We go to page 2, dive in, see what's actually happening in the business.
So are you going into all their numbers? You're getting their finances, you're getting into their whatever it is they do and their KPIs and all that?
Pretty much, yeah. It's whatever the client wants.
Like the health of the business kind of checkup.
Exactly.
Snapshot.
Holistic approach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most people start financial, obviously, but then most people go into like marketing and operations are the biggest next two.
What is the thing where what is the usual issue someone's coming to you with, and then when you're presenting this, are you delivering the report? Are they like, wow, you really opened my eyes because this was just a mess earlier? I have to assume, I think the biggest problem I heard with data visualization is using the wrong data or having too much and not being able to trim it down.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Or not knowing how to parse it out, maybe.
Yeah, I guess maybe 2 parts to that. One, people come to me because they're like, all right, we know there's a bunch of good stuff in here, but we don't know how to get to it. It's somewhere in there. We just don't have the resources to do it. And so I come in and take the data from point A to point B, make the pretty picture, which is the dashboard out of it. And then they get it. This is the number we're looking for. This is so helpful. We thought this may have been happening. This is kind of an eye opener, talking about 2 different parts of the dashboard there. So there's a lot of just cleaning it up and making it visual at the end of the day, which is my favorite part. Back to like math and everything. You have to be pretty like creative to actually make a dashboard visually appealing.
Yeah, I find a lot of them are very engineer looking and don't really.
All about the data.
Well, and I'm like, come on, man, this looks like Windows 95. You know, like
Right.
I'm not big on like this needs to be aesthetically pleasing for the creative side. It's on the ability to
The
read
reception
it.
of it.
You need to you're taking a complex amount of stuff and pushing it into a diamond kind of thing.
And it's for somebody who's not entirely familiar with what it is you're showing them. So to have 1,000 different line items and everything jumping out at you, it's intimidating. You just turn it off.
Yeah, it's boring as hell.
Boring.
Non-numbers people are my favorite clients because they don't want all of that detail. They just want something that looks good and is easy to understand. And those are the best kind of dashboards, hands down.
Yeah, I used to go, what are your top 3 KPIs for what you think that so you could check something if I make a report for you that you can check and know you're on point, right? So it's like, we have X amount of leads in our business development funnel, okay? If we had this amount at, average price of whatever they're going to bring in, and then, okay, got that one. The next one's like your profit margin, making sure, it's different for everybody. It shouldn't be for at least like a lot of service businesses, but.
Yeah. So I got to know, I'm sorry to get into the weeds, but when it comes to like data, just gathering data, how are you getting it to a point of automation when you're, I'm sure, dealing with all kinds of different clients who use all kinds of different software, which then has all kinds of stupid reporting. So I'm just really curious, do you have your own data funnel? How are you doing it?
I do not have anything proprietary.
That's the next stage, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where Pineapple really
Call
scales.
me up because I got 1,000 things that I will tell you that you need to do.
Yeah,
we can give you a lot of insight. Well, through the lens of like just talking shit and going, why is this way?
Yeah, no, but that's why. That's because we're end users And
Yeah,
when
right.
it gets to a point where
Right.
it's like, you're telling me it can't do this? I have to put this in a spreadsheet myself? Are you kidding me? Like, come on.
Right.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. If that's the case, you're not even going to end up using the data because it's too much of a hassle. But I mean, there's a lot of different automation out there, like Zapier. Everybody knows that. There's a lot of different versions of that out there, and that gets you 90% of the way to automating 80% of different software out there. So
Here's the tip I've made. I'm making a report for a client right now, and the thing I'm making for this client, I'm making them like, okay, here's a calendar invite reminder for yourself to check the Zapier, because
Right.
sometimes those automations disconnect, and you don't know. It's not like
Yeah.
they send you an update sometimes, or
Right.
it can get missed.
An update's usually the culprit.
Right, and so I'm like,
Right.
yeah, or an update on the app side on one of the two apps that is connecting could update, and then the Zap doesn't work. So I was like, once a week, just go through. Most of the time, you're just gonna go, okay, this is fine, but it's worth doing because that will fuck you.
right, 100%.
Yeah. One thing I just said, just side note, that I just set up was Google Analytics alerts
Yep.
for
Yeah.
traffic flatlines and stuff like that. I mean, I actually don't know if you'll be able to do it in Google Analytics 4, because I couldn't figure it out in 4, but for the old version, it's still there. You should be doing that. Make sure your website is still up and running. It'll send you an email. It's easy.
Yeah, make things work for you in that automation way too. Yeah, like anything that can get triggered that's a fire alarm.
Yeah.
You need to have that set up. I had it for clients with like a WordPress plugin if the site was down, because there was something with like hosting issues.
Oh,
with
I
the
got a
agency.
crazy setup. I got form fills or flatlining. If there's like anything, because that's basically checking to see if automations are working.
That's
If
working
the form
smart, my
fill-
friend.
Yeah, dude.
That's huge, because that's
Yeah.
where you want to get to. You don't need it. It sucks when you're in that position.
You don't
where
want to be
you're
playing catch up on something like that. You'd rather just get ahead of it.
and you're looking at every entity individually, which defeats the purpose of having these aggregated systems, right?
Right.
What,
There's no health check at that point.
Can we talk shit about tap clicks?
Tap clicks?
Yeah, they're
They're a data funnel.
they're a company
service.
we used to use, or the agency, and then tried to use them again recently, and it was just a fucking nightmare. And it was like,
Did I tell you I got a feedback request from them?
oh yeah, yeah,
That's what they got. All zeros, baby.
right, yeah. And the product it worked worse than when we used it in 2017. It was crazy. But for those listening out there that don't call Pineapple Jack, there's stuff like Swydo, SWYDO, is a cheap way to get kind of marketing reporting, mostly analytics reporting. Tableau, which is expensive, but I think they have a cheaper version now. Business intelligence, tougher to do on Microsoft. You really have to have someone that knows that app
Yeah.
back and forth to really make it worth your while.
That's for the big boys.
I'm trying to think of the other ones I've used.
Google Data Studio is pretty good.
That's
It's great.
that's what I've been jamming
love
on.
And I got to give kudos to Eric. He made one for this podcast.
Boom!
He made
Nice.
a dashboard for the show, which
We've had an uptick in downloads for some random reason, and I was like, all right, let's check this out. See and I did 5 years worth of download data.
So the data-driven
Soft
decision, right? We're going to look at why did this jump recently, because we haven't really been doing anything that much different. And if we can figure that out, then we'll try to milk that for all it's worth.
Yeah. I mean, hey, swingers and strip clubs could be the secret. You never know.
I want truckers. I want us to have a trucker audience. Apparently, that's the big podcast listener.
Yeah. That's Bubba the Love Sponge talk.
I want-
get back on there.
I want that DECA, like high school business kids group. You ever heard of that?
No.
They do like big like conventions to like pitch business ideas and debate. It's real business dorky stuff.
Oh.
But we get them young, like a legacy
We
brand.
had that at our second to last job.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you don't remember?
DECA?
Friend of the program, Dean Akers. He said that, not that specifically, but something
Yeah.
similar.
what to call? Okay, well, I want to make sure we talk about. It's tough to do data visualization in a podcast interview format because we could do a share screen stuff, but most people listen on audio. And, we don't have to get into how cool it was that I pulled out a Sankey chart that I knew about.
No, we don't.
We don't need to
do all that.
So what, I guess, can you tell us like kind of a success story of someone coming to you? Because like we get on marketing side, like client hate marketing. That's why they hire someone to outside the company to help them. But they hate it. And it's overwhelming. However, they feel like taste in music or sense of humor, they think they have a grasp on it when they might not. Like everybody has a great taste in music. No one thinks their taste in music sucks. And everybody has a sense of humor.
I'm funny.
But as comedy snobs over here, we will dissect someone's real sense of humor. They're like, I love Bill Engvall. And you're like, oh, boy. So what is like a good kind of success story that's come to you where these people they don't like numbers, you're the number guy, you're like the wolf in Pulp Fiction for them. You're coming in and fixing stuff.
Yeah,
that's something
I'm okay with that.
Something I used to say about myself when I was really cocky.
There's a lot of worse comparisons in Pulp Fiction, so I appreciate that one.
Well, the wolf is the band. Harvey Keitel, he comes in and fixes everything and leaves.
Right.
And an accurate NSX.
Yeah.
So what's a good story?
So, all right, I'll stick with our newfound audience of truckers. I actually have a few transportation type companies. So one guy, he's got a bunch of different data all over the place. A lot of small businesses do. And it would take him so long, and we don't even have a number on it, but it would take him so long to put everything together and make sense out of it that he wouldn't do it. Because it would take him a week if he actually sat down and did everything. So he could kind of figure out relatively easily how many stops he had in a specific day, or how many packages he delivered to business model very easily. Drive truck to house, drop off package, go to the next house. So he had no real insight into the majority of what was going on in his business. Saw the bottom line and was like, all right, I guess we're making money. That's cool. Getting down to an efficient level of getting the data. So now he has a weekly report that I pull for him. It's half automated. But he can see 100% of his business, ins, outs, how many stops did he make a day, what driver was the most efficient, what route was the most profitable, and everything in between. And before it was like when something would come up, putting out fires with a blindfold on, and now it's pretty much pull up my dashboard, health check, next layer check, boom, done, on with the rest of the week. And he runs his business entirely through that dashboard now. Nice.
Yeah. I assume, and this reporting's so important for anybody trying to scale, even if you're going from very little to little, or because you can't keep your eyes on everything, right? You need these. That's need these. There's too many things going on, especially digitally, that you can't be on top of everything. And then what people do is just avoid it, like the client when he came to you, right? Because he was just this number's good. That's the profit. We're golden.
Just generally speaking, anytime you're going to make an investment, software out there that's fucking expensive, check out that reporting section. See what's up with that, and make sure that part of it is on lockdown. Because there's stuff that I use that it's useless. Thanks for the PDF. What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, and the logistics, like you're saying, I had a bathroom client, porta potty client. Yeah.
Nice.
And they started really looking into the data of their routes, and they got more efficient with it. And it just by cleaning up all that stuff, and they know they needed to do it for 3 years, and it took them that long to be like, all right, we really got to step this up because now we have so many assets and trucks and people now and all this stuff, and it made them so much more efficient once they figured out the best route to pick up or drop off or clean them, all that kind of stuff. And it improved their profit margin 30%, something absurd.
Oh, absolutely. I believe it. You save an hour a week on something like that per porta potty or per route or something. And immediate 30% impact.
And then you get gas prices in the mix now, which is a variable you'll have to keep your eye on if you run a company like that. All that stuff has to come into play to make more data-driven decisions.
Absolutely.
All right. You got anything?
No, I think I got all the info I need.
Well,
to the dashboards.
You may get You may get a random email from Erica or I if we get stuck on something for sure. Because look, that's the other part. It's hard to find someone who knows what they're actually doing with this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of reporting companies, but there's a lot of business development people that you'll talk to, and then you
tap click,
and then you get in there and they don't know even their own product. But I'm always like, I always try to take it outside of whatever software and go, what am I trying to get out of this?
Yep, absolutely.
And mostly in marketing, I just want a funnel. I just want a visual funnel. I want to see every stage, and then I can be able to illustrate. Here, your click-through rate sucks, so we got to figure out, a better creative or a campaign. Like, be able to go, here's the break in your funnel right here.
And that's the big piece of here's the action we're going to take because of this data. That's exactly what we're going to think about.
Right. Yeah. And in marketing, it can be as easy as that if I can figure out how to make this reporting funnel. Okay. Right. We ask everybody that comes on the pod the first time, this question before we bounce is, what advice would you give your 13-year-old self?
13-year-old self.
You're in Connecticut. Not in strip clubs yet.
Not in strip clubs yet. Nope.
Your dad's like, I'm flying out pretty soon.
Yeah. See you in 2 weeks, kid, later. Honestly, so I liked a lot of different subjects in school and stuff, and thought I wanted to be a teacher. Thought I wanted to work with kids, which now I laugh at.
Like your ma?
Right, exactly. Yeah, she was crazy.
Who's listening now, Eric?
I knew that.
Retained it.
She taught military pilotry.
Active listening throughout the entire episode. Very well done. I would say lean into the stuff that I like. I kind of like, no pun intended, being like a jack of all trades and liking a bunch of different stuff. But at the end of the day, doing something that I love now, which is the stuff that I do, it's all analytics and data visualization stuff. Obviously, I didn't know that at 13, but lean into the stuff that you like, because the better you are in that one funnel or that one silo, the more marketable you can be, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. A lot of people need, I was talking to someone, and I was talking to my niece. I was like, get a specialty, get a skill.
Yeah, you got to get good at something.
I wish I had something like that right out of college instead of being that kind of jack of all trades. I was like, well, I have a business degree, and I wrote business plans for businesses. That's like MBA level stuff, but it didn't matter because I didn't have that one thing I could be like, well, I can do this,
right,
and struggle to work my way up, a normal day job.
Right.
So that you don't think doing those other things may have helped you kind of push you towards this thing over time, or?
I do think it helped, and there's definitely something about being well-rounded, because a lot of what I do now, even just in talking with friends too, it's taking the nerd speak that is the data world and translating it to the business speak, so everybody's kind of on the same page. So there's nothing to say don't touch the other subjects and don't pay attention to them or don't invest any time in them, but pick the specialty. Play 5 sports, be great at one, have fun with the rest, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very wise.
All right. Anything else you got for us before we depart?
No. So I'm curious. What is your 13-year-old advice?
No one's throwing it back on us, I don't think.
Mine is to tell Law to not ask that question. I don't really like the question.
I didn't know he didn't like the question until
I
recently.
say it every time.
Yeah, but you say you don't like a lot of stuff. I just breeze on by that.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, what question would you prefer?
Well, I'll come up with one.
So 13.
I'll do a new one every time.
13-year-old self is probably it's got to be something with radio noise or don't worry about all the shit all around you. Just focus on what you're wanting to do. It seems to be the most common answer we have on here. That and maybe masturbate a little bit less. Oh,
I thought you can say more.
No. I was definitely varsity at that. I got a Letterman jacket.
Right. Yeah, leaning up against the
And
wall.
then he ruined it.
Yeah, then it's stuck together on the inside.
Why are you trying to one up my stolen joke?
Because we're riffing, bro. We're doing tags, man.
Nick DiPaolo bits over here.
Hey, man. What do you got?
What? My advice, I'd just say, hey,
You're 13.
you got this.
Little full-headed
And then I walk
hair.
away.
Okay.
I'd say, I'm you, and you got this, and then that's it.
And then you're totally fucked the rest of your life. Like, what?
Oh, 100%.
I think I saw myself.
That's with my own head.
I think I saw myself. You get into acid a lot earlier.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, this has been a good meandering interview. Thanks for coming on, man.
No, I appreciate you having me, guys. Thank you.
Pineapple Jack, you hit him Jack at pineapplecf.com, or you can call him 980-477-5078. All righty.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.